All right. Hello and welcome everyone to another vlog episode. Here we are on Mama Untold Thoughts. I'm joined by another local, I'm going to call you a famous local community member here in Ottawa. I have Tejpreet with me. Hi Tejpreet, how you doing?
Hi, Meenakshi. How are you?
Good, good. How is life during, we were just talking offline that we are still in a global pandemic. We didn't think we'd be here almost 7 months later. So how are you doing?
It's a tough time going on. We are it's everybody have a different challenges in this time, right? We haven't expected for sure. Even in February, we were just talking. Yes, there's a coronavirus somewhere in China, but
Somewhere.
nobody was like that gonna spread like this, right? And then even March was started showing up the signs. March business, restaurant business was going slow down, and by end of March, it was totally dead.
I
Like
know.
in the totally different scenarios, different. Nobody has like it's a totally different challenges going on now.
It
Like
is.
it's some things you haven't expected. You
Yeah.
was last year we were planning, like we started in 2017. We were planning like this year the goals are this. This year we have to
Yeah.
enter again into the catering business, and all we signed up some of the caterings, and all are gone. Even
That's,
the
I know.
weddings, the scenario is changing. Even the weddings going to be a smaller ones now. It's not going to be the same as the our Indian weddings, right? It goes like
Yeah.
500 guests, 600 guests. So it's all changing out. So
It's,
it's tough for everyone. So it's a new world going on. New economy is changing. Everything is changing. So
yeah, it's almost very surreal. Like it's very surreal that this is happening right now, that we're going through this, pandemic where there's restrictions, like you said, like, I mean, South Asian weddings are so lavish and so, full of dancing and partying and food and, and to think that there's so many restrictions now, it's how do we even go about doing that, right? And
it
it's a,
is. It is. It is.
yeah,
And everybody's wearing masks, right? When
yeah,
even in the restaurant industry, hospitality is all about the customer service, right? And how
exactly.
you're treating the customers well. And now you're wearing masks. You're on behind that screen, and the customer coming out again wearing the mask, and we are keeping like 2 meters of the distance, and that's a totally changed.
So
That's totally
different.
changed. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about your businesses and where you're
Sure.
involved, and then also maybe share a bit about your community involvement with the South Asian community here in Ottawa.
Yeah, sure. Actually, I'm again, full name is Tejpreet, but people call me Tej. It's like a very now three letters left.
Yeah.
And it's easy. I always say it's very easy to call. And I have a businesses. I'm part of Urban Indian Cafe. We were earlier into the urban. Turban was our restaurant. Is a fine dines, and there was Urban Tandoor.
Hmm.
2017, yeah, there was a tough time. We were out from the business, and then again came back and started this business. And now we have another business which is called a Shop Cart. It is an online grocery store
Hmm.
powered by the women's. It's a lot of women are part of that Shop Cart business now. Then I'm a secretary for the ICBC. It's a Indo-Canada Business Chamber. That is we are doing as a business. And now again, a tough time going on. We are trying the way we can help to the businesses. And another part, I'm a member of a lot of community associations here. And then I'm a part of the Liberal Party Association in Canada, Carlton. That is going on too. And uh, I have a wife. I
Yeah,
have two little kids.
you're a family
And
man too.
that is my life. Yeah, so that's going on. So trying to balance all the time with all different events, activities, business, and the family.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's it. The restaurant industry is a crazy business. You
yeah,
have to work crazily. You have to work like I sometimes say 8 days in a 7 days a week. It's not a restaurant. All small businesses, like when you're in a business, and especially for the first 3 to 5 years,
yeah,
you have to put like 8 days. You're working for a longer hours. You're working for a 12 to 13 hours, and then you have to balance the family life and all those things. It's a tough industry, but that's how
yeah.
we are. That's how we are.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is very tough, but that's one thing that I've been wanting to uncover in these conversations is talking about this, right? Like how are we as parents managing all these different things, but also having to fulfill the responsibilities of being a parent, right? Like that's a very critical role
Yes, it
for our
is.
family. And it's and I find in the South Asian community we're always busy. We're busy with getting involved and doing things, which is all great. But then I one thing I noticed was that I wasn't hearing about family life and how family life is going and how that all kind of plays into all these different ambitions that
It
we're
is.
all going towards. So when you and I connected, that was the one thing. You didn't even mention anything about business. You're like, what about dad thoughts,
Yeah.
and I was like, you're absolutely right. We need to have conversations around dads and how dads are doing.
Remember, Meenakshi, we did your, now you have a family, you have two beautiful little ones, and
Yeah, thank you.
we did your engagement party
Yes,
at a restaurant. I still
yes,
remember that. So that was the
yes.
beginning of your new chapter in the life. So
Oh my gosh. And that was like, that's 6 years ago now. That was six
it
years ago.
is.
I can't even believe that. I know time just, gets the best out of all of us, but it's also so nice to see, community leaders who are working so hard and, like I said, managing it all. And still here we are 6 years later, and you have grown, your businesses with your wife. I'm gonna give credit to
Yes,
your wife as well.
she's the force behind. I can say whatever I do. She's always supportive, always wherever I need. She's always there for me.
Yeah. And
So
that's
that's like,
so, and I told you this offline, but that's so, it's so nice to hear that. It's so nice to hear that you are giving, the credit, and you're elevating your own wife, and, giving her, this space as well to
no,
showcase the
it
business.
is Meenakshi. It is like a it's from inside. I can
Yeah.
say, when business was done, it was a very tough time when your total investment's gone, your
Yeah.
whole profile is gone. In 2017 was a tough year, and it's all darkness around you.
Yeah.
Then the women's power came behind me. One, my wife is there always. My
Yeah.
sister, she's in Montreal. She's a teacher. She was there for me all the time. My little daughter, Noor, she
Yeah.
born in 2011 October. Her birthday is coming out. She
Oh,
was she was always there with me, and whenever, no, Papa, you work so hard, you do this and that. Because she was with me from my very first day into the business. She was just 2 years old
oh,
that time, and like how the Indian family structure is. In India, we do have the help from the elders. We do have the parents are there, or grandparents are there. So when I moved here, I moved in 2007
mm-hmm.
as a student. I studied. I came to upgrade my studies here. uh, I got married in 2009. I went back to India. We were engaged before I came to Canada. That was again tough decision first to move from India,
Mm-hmm.
and then here to challenging and the young family and without support. My when we had a first kid, and we both were like went to the hospital,
Yeah.
and first those 9 months is very challenging too
Yes.
when you can talk to the parents over the phone.
Yeah.
But here we both were discussing, oh, we will do this, we'll do that, and we joined some classes too. We took some classes too on
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and that was honestly a different experience. You learn when we went to the hospital, and first, like when Noor was in tummy, Mama's tummy, and she was like, we were in Brampton that time. I was working there, and she got a job here. She's a nurse by profession,
Okay.
so she got a job in Ottawa, and we moved here back. I studied in Ottawa. I lived here, so it was my like kind of a that's my home actually. Ottawa is my cities. This is I'm attached to it. I landed here,
Yeah.
so when we got a chance, we moved here back. There was a 5 months pregnancy. She was there, so we went to the hospital in Queensway. A totally different experience, and first time dealing with these things, and a lot of stress. We went early morning. It was, I think, 8 or 9 in the morning that time. I still remember,
Yeah.
and It took 27 hours
Oh
for
my.
me there without sleep, without their wife was in pain. That's another challenge.
Yeah.
And then doctor was there, and the tough time is when you have to decide. Like the doctor say, "Oh, we might have to go for a operation or a surgery, like
Yeah.
this and that." That's and we both were there, sitting and looking at each other and praying to God, do this, do that way. That was a total, like, even as a father,
Yeah.
uh, it's a totally different experience. You can learn like how tough it is for the mother, how tough it is when it's just so much pain you're
I
going through.
know. Yeah.
And then that was, I was sitting there, and sometime I was like, how she's feeling and all those things, and we were praying, and then the doctor came, oh, no, no, there's a progress, we don't need a surgery right now.
Okay.
Some relief was there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a challenging, and it's after at the next day at 7:30 was the time when Noor took birth. She was doctor said, you want to hold it? I said, you know what? No, she's so little. Like
Yeah.
I'm afraid actually to hold. Like she gonna slip my hands or
Yeah.
something. So that was the challenge, and we came back at home without anything. We have a traditions, right? When the
Yes.
new family member comes to the home, and how to welcoming and all those things. And so I called some of my neighbors. Our auntie was here, so I called her, auntie. My mother is not here, right? You are as my mother now, so you have to tell me what to do and how
That's
to
right.
do the things.
Yeah.
So first child was a very very like new learnings too, and challenges too. Yes,
Yeah.
without any, and very we were into the beginning into the careers. Like I moved here, and she just got the job, and after 5 months she has to again go for a maternity leave.
Yeah.
So we were living into the apartment that time, into the Peshawar area.
Mm-hmm.
So then after 9 months it was again a challenge. So one of us has to decide like who's gonna be with the kid.
That's right.
So I was always like working from home or something, or in my own ventures that time too.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, no, this is like your job is important. You're into the like in the nursing, in the healthcare profession. You should start your career into that, and I'll take care of the kid at home in starting. And when I changed the first time, I changed the diaper. Uh, very tough,
Let's hear it.
honestly, very tough. So, and for me, it's like learning, right? So,
Yeah.
I first 2 days was very hard.
Yeah.
And even when we were at home, and Noor was only 7 days, my sister was here, and she said, "Now you have to take care. You have to take care of the kid too." I said, "Yeah, yeah, it is. I'll try my best, whatever way is possible." She
Yeah.
taught me how to give a bath to the
Oh
little
my
one.
goodness.
Do
Yeah.
this way, do that way. So that is a kind of a bonding I have with my daughter.
Mm.
She's with me from the very like first day I was caring and changing diapers and all. And when she was at 9 months, we were going to pick the mama from the work, and morning and evening all the time.
Yeah.
So that was the different experiences I had.
Yeah.
And the other one, the second kid, it's a 5 years difference.
Yeah.
He born in 2016,
Okay.
same October month. My daughter Noor is 17, and he's 23rd. So it's just
Oh,
7 days
okay.
and 5 years difference.
Yeah.
So that is, we always had a support. My
Yeah.
wife's mother was here at that time.
Okay.
She was here and helping us in all the things.
Yeah.
So he was lucky actually. He always have a somebody here first from my wife's side. Then my parents came, and somebody was always there for him. So
Yeah.
but my daughter and I was like, even when we started our first restaurant, she was going with me.
Oh,
She was going on meetings with me,
yeah.
little one sitting there playing and watching the papa. That's why, like, she even now she always say, "Papa, I remember you was doing this, and you was working. You was with me in the morning and working at the night. I still remember those things." So
That's so
these are there. Those things are there.
Yeah, that is so sweet. And it's so like this is a side actually of you I've never heard of or never, had an opportunity to hear about. So I'm as you're speaking, I'm like, I didn't even know that you were, that you didn't have family here and you didn't have, that support in the beginning and that you were finding different ways to, you know, like you said, welcome the new child home, and it's so interesting because I've never had that opportunity to hear that. So thank you, thank you
you,
for sharing
you
that.
know, you know that we make panjiri
Yes,
thing
Panjiri, yes,
from there.
yeah,
So again, I was not good into the cooking that time, so that
yeah,
was another experience to that. So we took a call to my mother, like how
yeah,
to make it.
yeah,
Like tell me, like we'll try. And
yeah.
it took me whole one day to prepare the first bowl of it,
Oh
like to
my
mix up
God.
the things and grind on the things by myself.
Yes.
But that was like fun to
Yeah.
learn to help and to do something for my wife, and she's
Yeah.
been to so much pain for the
Oh
kids
my
and
God.
all. So
I
that's
know.
what we can do, the way
That's
we can support
that's
out.
that's it. You did the best that you could, and it sounds like you took it upon yourself to really be there for your wife. And like I said, I just can't keep, stressing it. It's so nice to see that. It's so nice to see,
Uh-huh.
you tried to make
She
Panjiri.
calls
I
me
mean,
she calls me like that I'm the mother, and
okay.
she plays the father role sometimes.
Yeah.
So because I'm more soft on that, because the kids, the little one, especially my
Yeah.
daughter, she's so close, and she, whenever she says that, I'm very soft on that. So I always say agree on whatever she try. She said no,
Yeah.
she can manipulate you,
That's
but
so
not to me. So I have to be sometimes strict on it.
that's
So
so funny.
those things are there.
Absolutely. And it's so, that's so empowering to hear that your little one was with you during, the business meetings, or, at the restaurant helping you set up, or whatever the case might be,
Every
because
time she was
she's
there.
she's she's absorbing that, and she's recognizing that, you know, that these are important skills as well, right? Watching my dad go through this, establishing himself, and this will give her that empowerment to do something probably very maybe similar, or if she has ambitions to start her own venture. I know she's very young right now, but that the little ones, they watch us, right? They watch us and they
Agree.
observe
We
what's
have to be
going
the
on.
examples. We have to.
Exactly, yeah.
They always watching us,
Yeah,
learning or watching from. This is what I want. I want my my daughter to. I want to empower her with the education, with the values. So she like I want her to be believing in herself.
yeah,
She can believe in herself. She can take the decisions. I
yeah,
want to be a empowered and a strong
yeah,
personality, a lady.
yeah,
So same is for me, for my like little one, the kid. He's just he's a first year in the school.
yeah,
Another challenge,
yeah,
but again, I want to raise him with like a full values. I want a kid like a young man after. To respect all the women in his
yeah.
life, like this is what I learned from my mother, my father, and this is what I want to pass to my little ones too.
Yeah, well, you
Mhm.
are, by the sounds of it, Tejpreet, you're doing an amazing job. So, I know some days are hard for parents. I can attest to that. But just by the way that you're setting those values and those morals in your kids, it's very nice and inspiring to see. So keep at it.
It is. This is what we learn, and then we try to pass on the kids to. You know,
Exactly.
I'm from a very simple family. It's a farming family. We
Yeah.
had my father was a first one to move out from the village, from the house, and he worked into the university in Patiala in Punjab. So
Mm.
I lived into the campus, into the university. It was like I say we are. I have a brother younger. I'm the youngest kid in the family. So I have a sister. She's a teacher here in Montreal, and then brother is in India, still in India, taking care of the. He's to the our family things there and all. So my father was the first one to move out to the village, from the village to the university, and we are lucky kids. Actually, we raised into the university environment, and education is all there, right?
Mhm.
All education and all the experience you have into the university. So I was a 40 days when I've seen my father, my mother, like working so hard to raise three kids for better education. They came out from their comfort zone. They moved from the village to the university campus and worked so hard for us.
Yeah.
And now this is what is when I can say when we my first kid when my daughter born and all. So it's like all the memories coming back to you, all the experience is coming back to like how hard the life is for the parents when they raise the kids and all, and how hard our parents worked for us. So it's creating a more bonding, it's creating a more uh, I can say respect to with
Yeah.
each, and to take care of them to like they the way they cared us in when we were little ones.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's that's such a beautiful message, and it's like you said, it's providing the right values and respect, right? I think that's very important. So I want to talk more about I'm loving all the dad thoughts, by the way, Tejpreet. I think this is
It is
this is
dad
like
or dad mom is a mixture in me actually.
no, but this is good. This is like, because I'll be very open by saying this that, a lot of the times we don't, well, number one, we don't hear much from South Asian parents and their perspectives. And then we also don't hear much from South Asian dads, right? And them speaking what they're feeling and what they're going through and what their experiences are like. So it's good that we're hearing your perspective on it, because I think I'm hoping by this conversation, it will empower other South Asian dads to
No,
speak up
this
and to share.
we're trying. So
Yeah,
it is good to be a part of like to learn the experiences. I think there should be a time for the dads to spend with the time, like there's a
exactly.
maternity leave, I
Yeah,
agree, but mostly it goes with the ladies,
the
right? I
mom.
know it's a very tough time to go, and after you need a break for sure.
Yeah,
It's a full-time job, I can say.
yeah,
So but I prefer like there's a time for the dads too. They should do all the jobs
yeah,
to respect the things what's in the family, what's in the how hard it is to raise the kids and all those things. So it's a basic should be there. I
yeah,
know here it is when we moved from one place to another, right? Especially in as in first immigrant. What I can say is that the exact when we moved here, right?
yeah,
There's a lot of challenges. You have to build up the whole life again. You have to build up you have to do your educations. You have to go for a jobs. You have to buy the house. There's all kind of challenges. But to spend a time with the family is again another challenge into these environments. But I think this is the priority, and there should be a time, specific time to give to the kids, to
exactly.
the from the dad's side to live that life what the mothers live. So
That's right.
to learn on both experiences.
That's
That
right.
that's way like it helps to improve your personality. It increase the bonding and increase the respect for the mothers and all, like
Exactly.
connection with things too. So
Exactly. And and it also it builds more of that stronger foundation between
yes,
you and your spouse as well, right?
it
Then
is. It
you can
is.
you appreciate and you respect each other. And just like yes, the mom sometimes is everything's put a lot on our shoulders, but sometimes dads can do things differently, and sometimes it works better that way when dads do it differently, right? So I always
No,
say in
it
our
is. It,
household, the cooking is not my forte, so my husband does 90% of the cooking, and that's okay.
there we
So
go. He's helping in other way
he's
too. I
helping in other ways.
cooking everything is I honestly after putting this much time with my kids, even now I this restaurant industry is very demanding and all.
Yeah,
I try my best to spend at least 2-3 hours. It might be in the morning if I or even coming back. They
yeah.
always wait for me. They are so much attached to me that
Oh,
if I'm late, they whatever the way they try to wake until the papa comes to home,
oh.
and then they play with me, and say the little one always say, no, I'm papa's son only. So
Yeah.
that's the bonding coming out into that. So we
Yeah.
are playing, we are trying, even especially now this is another challenge this pandemic is bringing, right?
Yeah.
I was talking to the teacher, and she said I said like, my little one, even he don't understand the social distancing,
Yeah.
whatever. He's like a 3 years and 8 months or 9 months that time when I had a talk, and she said, "No, we all are learning. Like this is a new experience, and we'll go with the flow."
Yeah.
And to make him to sit in front of the computer is another challenge.
Yeah.
So you have to spend, like my wife, she's working now. She's a frontline worker. She's working into the healthcare profession.
Yeah.
So it's again my job for both kids to make them ready in the morning. First to wake up early,
Yeah.
then to set their moods,
Yeah.
so to,
Set the
so they
tone.
have to a school mood, right? So they are not at they are sitting at home on we opted for online schooling,
Yeah.
uh, but to set their moods like, oh no, it's a school time, it's a school
Yeah.
time, you have to get ready.
Yeah.
Now daughter is she's 8, she understands, so she always ready on time and sits. Then me and my daughter, we both try to convince the little one, so
Mm,
this is the school, how it goes.
yeah.
Yeah, first we have to play with him to make him ready his mind, so
Yeah.
then he can sit and he can talk to the teacher there. But
Yeah.
he's doing good now. That's
Oh, I know.
so
It's
another learning for me into this COVID time, that to how
yeah.
to manage the kid in the morning, right? To
Oh
give
my
it the
goodness.
proper mood setups. So
But it's true. It sets the tone for the day. We're kind of doing the same thing. We have we're doing virtual school, but you know, we get ready in the morning as if we're going to school. Like we even pretend like we're leaving the house. Like we'll leave the house, we'll go for a little walk around the block and come back in, like as if we were actually
yeah,
walking to school, right?
yeah,
Um, I feel like just us parents, like we have to get kind of creative with what
it
we
is.
are
It is.
working with, right? So I completely understand with setting that mood and that tone in the morning. It's very critical.
It is tough, and even on the teacher side too. I sometimes say the teacher, she always try
Yeah,
to wear the different clothings, different, like sometimes wearing a banana style clothes or
yeah,
wearing a carrots style, something to encourage the kids. So it's a new challenges
yeah,
from every point.
yeah.
Uh, but that's going on. That's a new
Yes,
learning going
I
on.
know, I know. Well, thank you for sharing all of that. I want to, like I said, I want to talk about ShopCart because this is, I know your wife is leading this, but you are also helping with the behind the scenes. So why don't you share a little bit about what ShopCart is and what people can expect from it?
Shopcart, Meenakshi, it's an online grocery. Basically, we started. How it started is, again, we were sitting at the restaurant, especially in April. So
Hmm.
it was a totally dead thing kind of thing, right? Just a few customers, one or two, three customers coming. And we are in a plaza. Our location, restaurant location is located in a plaza. So we
Yeah.
had a LCVO just opposite to us.
Hmm.
And the low block store is again next to it. So there was a lineups for the grocery
Hmm.
or for the LCVO.
Hmm.
So then we were thinking to do something into it. So we started, we had a very loyal customer base into the restaurant. So a lot of seniors into it. We
Okay.
started we were calling them if they need any help, because we were sitting free what to do actually in that time, right? So
Hmm.
we were calling if anybody needs a groceries, we were buying for them and just sending it to them. So as our loyal customer, or you can say, what the way we can support into this tough times.
Yeah.
So we thought like it's a lot of customers need this help actually. So we should give it a proper shape so they can place the orders. So at least we are calling them and putting a lot of, and it is hard from customer point to like giving you all the information and all those things. So we started creating a portal. So we registered the shop cart in June. We did actually registration, but the portal was created before that. We just customer was placing orders, and then we thought like there is a kind of opportunity to into that.
Hmm.
And then we started, we registered it as a corporation, and then we started working it as a professional way into that. In June we started this thing.
Hmm.
And Shopcut is a it is the thing is going back to the 2000 again 17, the tough time I had. I was totally out from the business. It was all dark everywhere. Like wherever you see people start, when you know what happened, Meenakshi, when you go down,
Yeah.
people start questioning you. They question on your abilities.
Yeah.
They talk about you in a different tones,
Yeah.
different ways. Even your some of your so-called relations start showing up the different colors. That's a part of actually human nature, I can say. But that is a very stressful time, very
Yeah.
stressful time.
Yeah.
So I was again powered by the women's that time, which is my wife was there at the front for me all the time.
Yeah.
My sister was there, my mother calling from India whenever I was, oh, you don't take stress, these things happen, and this is the thing, like you learned into these things. And then my daughter was there, oh papa, you worked so hard, you can make it again, and all those things was coming out.
Yeah.
And we honestly came out from that because of those strengths I was having behind me.
Yeah.
So we started this business, and now this is Shopcut was my thing, to give it back on those things, to push it for the women empowerment too. This is my actually a dream project, I can say, going on right now. So when we started this thing, customers started placing the order, and lot of, honestly, we got a very good response into that. Then we started tying up with the local women's, like, who want to do something and they don't have a expertise, they don't have a, some people don't have a money to start, some people don't
Mm-hmm.
have expertise, or they don't know how to run the things. Even you have everything, but you don't know how to go into that. So
Mm-hmm.
we started tying up with that thing. Now we have a, she was our customer from the restaurant. She's a very young couple, and she makes cakes.
Mm-hmm.
So we are introducing cakes now on the Shopcut, and she will be the behind scene, like she's looking into all those things. Then there's another lady. She was very supportive too, again from our restaurant business. When she saw, she ordered groceries from the Shopcut, and she called me. I want to do like a, I make breads. I want to sell those breads. How I can do that? I said, okay, this is the place. Let's join hands. This is for you. This is what, and she gonna introducing. We are introducing homemade bread soon. So then there's another lady. She worked into the flower industry, so
Okay.
she knows those how to make the flower, the bouquets and all those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, this is I love. This is my passion. I'm working into the other field,
Yeah.
but this gives me a inner peace when I walk into these things." So I
Yeah.
said, "Here we go," and we are introducing the flowers now on the shop cart.
Wow.
So we tied up with a lady in India. She's a single mom. She has a little one and working on that thing. So she was really good into the stitching.
Okay.
So the it is hard to find a good tailor, I can say, or stitching options in Canada. The
Mm-hmm.
way the fashion is in India, the same way.
Very
So
different. Yeah.
we tied up with her. She said, "Oh, I want to do this and that thing." So we said, "Okay, let's introduce the boutique on the shop first." So
Yeah.
we introduced the boutique. We are getting a lot of response, and she's such a dynamic lady. She, whenever the order comes on, she runs for it. That's her passion too, which is coming through into that. She's involvement, and we're getting a lot of orders on uh, clothing, on fulkaris. The colorful
Yeah.
dupattas we have, those are coming out, and the suits coming out,
Yeah.
and now the kurtis coming out on Shopkat. She's working. Now it is a team of, I can say, now there's another lady. She was in England. She's moving to Canada.
Okay.
She's gonna join hands into that as a project manager.
Okay.
So I will take a break from there. I will be move on the again back to the restaurant business or my other things, and she's joining as a project manager to the Shopkat. So it is a project by the women's
Yes.
for the women's.
Yeah.
So this is what we are pushing into this thing.
Yeah.
So
That's
it is not just a, I can say more, people call it a crazy thing too. It's not for a profit is all, every company wants a profit or whenever
right.
you put a time, but
Yeah.
this is a secondary thing.
Yeah.
First is to connect, to
Yeah.
build a team, to
Yeah.
give opportunities to the people, and then you have a network. It's gonna speak by itself.
Absolutely.
So
No,
this
I
is
think
what
the concept is amazing. I mean, if, you look at some of the bigger chains like Loblaws and, the other big grocery stores, everyone's functioning online. So why shouldn't, Indian groceries or South Asian groceries be, kind of working in the same parallel? So I think the concept is great. And this way too, you're not just bringing local people to the forefront, but you're also connecting people globally, which,
it is.
it's an international
It's
business.
a different learnings too, and we started with the Indian grocery, which was
Mhm.
like some of the stuff was hard to find, or it was way expensive, I can
Yeah.
say, into the different things. So we're trying to keep the pricings very whatever the best way we can keep it low. We started with 100 products only.
Mm.
Now if I can count, we have a more than 1,000 or
Wow.
1,200 products listed, and
Wow.
every day there's a new products coming in. Now there's a Diwali stuff coming. There's a
Yeah.
lot of decorations, lot of brass idols, and all those things are coming up next week on the shop. So it's a lot of stuff we are doing now,
Yeah.
and again connected with the different, even this thing, but Diwali stuff we are getting. It's another woman attaching. She's into export business in India,
Okay.
and she joined hands. She said,
Okay.
"Oh, this is going on, and I would love to be a part of this venture." So she's sending us these all stuff. So we are trying again on those grounds too.
Yeah. No, that's
So
awesome.
Shopcut is a dream. Shopcut is it started as a just to help with the. It started we were helping to the other people on that those grounds. 150 items, and now this team is growing by itself, business is growing by itself, getting a lot of orders and getting a lot of positive reviews on everything whatever we are delivering.
Yes. Well, I
that is
see.
the
I
that is
see.
the foundation we are building with the customer service, with the quality service and all that.
Exactly. No, I was just gonna say I've witnessed it. I've seen it. I know on social media as well. I see the companies there. It's present, and I think you guys are all doing amazing work. And
Thank
it's
you.
it's we like like I said, this is like the first of its kind. I haven't seen any other South Asian grocery store go virtual or go online, and it's also very telling that you're adapting to the environment that we're in, and in this might be the way that we live for the next who knows
It is
until
changing. Economy gonna change,
the
and things
economy is
gonna
going to
be
change
totally different.
100%.
Totally, it is
Yeah,
already changed.
yeah,
As per we were discussing the data, it's like before this pandemic started, only 6 to 7% was the ratio which was ordering online. Now it
yeah,
is a jump to the 66%,
yeah.
which is and now it's a second wave. Online will be
Exactly. It's
again
going to go back up. Yeah, the
go back.
numbers are only going to keep going up. So I think this concept that you've come together
It
and
is something, yeah, companies growing, and we are joined by the lot of women power is
yeah,
behind this company too. And any even I would like to share the message even through your this platform.
yeah,
Anybody like to do, women want to do something, or even anybody who thinks like is missing something on a market side, or is missing how to start this thing, send us an email. We'll help you out. We'll start working together. We are learning too.
yeah.
With the every day, this is a new learnings for us too. But if you want be a part of this, let us know, and we are ready to work with the local.
Yeah, I know that's awesome. And that's so nice to hear that you're, providing this offering to the South Asian, community here at Ottawa. I'm sure you'll get some responses. I'm very sure of that.
We are here. Whatever the we
Yeah,
can do each
no,
other.
yes,
The way I believe in this thing, that together we can grow.
yeah,
uh, be a team, a solid team, a togetherness is a most important thing. And
absolutely.
for me, values, a relationship is the most important thing.
Yeah,
Trust among the people is the most important thing. Money is always secondary.
yeah,
Money follows you when you have a strong relations, when you have a strong team, and all those.
yeah. No, I can.
I take it as a person who was totally down in 2017, again back into the things within 2 years. So
Yeah, no, and kudos to you. Congratulations on, it's not easy when you do hit that low. It definitely takes a toll, not just on you, but also on your family as well. And I'm sure you did feel that, but you had the right support to get you
it
back up.
is
And
support back
yeah,
up by my my
exactly,
wife, my also.
exactly. Yeah. And but here you are, here you're back and you are doing amazing things in the community, Tejpreet. So I want to thank you again for joining me on this episode. And I feel like we only just, got into it just a little bit. I feel like we could talk for a while, but
It is even yeah. I'm just looking at the time too.
no, I know. Time just flew. I didn't even realize. Um,
This is an actually totally different thing actually.
yeah,
The first time we are talking on those things about the kids, about the
yeah,
families, about we always talk the business, we always
yeah.
talk on politics, we always talk on. But this is amazing what you are doing actually.
Oh, thank
Amazing.
you. Thank you.
People, this is a different side which people want to share, right? But
Yes,
very few opportunities you get to talk about these things. The open talk on the
exactly.
parents, on the diapers, on the
Yeah,
things. And
I
that's
know.
but honestly, from my all kids experience, I want to just to add this thing,
Yeah.
that it is a full-time job. It is
Yes.
a full-time job. If the mom is at home, if the father, whoever is taking care, don't take it lightly. It's
Mhm.
a we're building the future.
Yeah.
You're investing in the future.
Yeah.
And when the mother stays at home on a maternity leave, the wage go down.
Yeah.
This is honestly my personal views, nothing political or anything or anything. It should be a full wage. It's a more job you're doing,
Yes,
giving a
absolutely.
birth to a future generation
Yeah. Yeah.
is it's not easy.
Yeah.
So give a
And
full
even
time, Give even incentives to give a birth to a child. Instead
Yeah,
pay double.
I
Give
know.
them a time to spend with the kids so they can build a better future for the country.
Yeah, I
Instead,
know.
after 9 months, you have a pressure. Oh, no, you have to go back, and otherwise your maternity is over and all those things. No, it should not be like that.
I
Should
know.
not be like that.
I know. And this
So
is
that's my
coming
perspective.
from
Yeah.
a woman who's been on maternity leave twice. I'm on my second maternity leave right now, but
Oh,
the fact that it's more of a concept of being penalized and being held back than it is being rewarded and encouraged to you're ultimately, we are giving back to society. We're giving back
it
um,
is.
to the
You to,
future,
to
the
you, you-
future.
you're building the future of the country.
Exactly.
So you
Exactly.
need to spend time. That is why it is important for the dads,
Yeah.
honestly, to
Yeah.
spend the same time with the kids too. So whoever is leading should understand the value
Yeah.
for like to building the future. So give her time. It's a full-time job. It's not like a part-time job. You're thinking like, oh, she's a mother, she's sitting at home, give her a less wage, or a father, give her a less. No,
Yeah.
even give the double.
Yeah,
uh,
exactly. Go for the
now
double.
the now a lot of people are learning, right, to
Yeah,
when you have to manage the kids at home.
yeah,
They are saying, oh, it's how hard the teacher life is, how the teachers manage like
exactly.
class of 20 or 25, and to home to manage a three kids, you need a lot of energy, lot of
You
energy.
do. I know a lot of perspectives have been, applied and learned this past year. So it's going to be interesting. So we'll definitely have to do a part two to check in to see how you're
Sure.
doing, to see how the kids are doing, and to see how Shopcart is
Definitely.
doing in your restaurant business as well. But Tejpreet, I want to thank you again
No,
for being
thank
a
you,
guest
Meenakshi. It
here.
is honored. I'm honored actually. I'm on your show, and
No,
wish you good luck. It's amazing. It's gonna grow. It's gonna grow, and people gonna share a lot of. And with these, you can shape the things. You can shape the policies too when
absolutely.
the people talk about the kids and the home values.
Absolutely. That is
Thank
the
you.
goal. That is the goal. Thank you again so much, and we will talk soon.
Will do. Take care. Stay
Take care.
safe.
Yes,
Bye
you
bye.
too. Bye.